Hey, welcome back to Marriage Beyond the Veil. I'm Gail.
Hello, I'm Fred.
Today, most days. Well, anyway, today, first thing I want to say, happy anniversary, Mom and Dad.
Happy anniversary. How many years? Wow.
64 years.
Wow.
So, we're halfway there
Halfway there?
in 8 days.
And 8 days.
So, I started thinking, to be married that long, that's a long time.
Yeah.
6 decades.
Yes. Plus.
So, I thought about what have they seen in the 6 decades that they've been married plus decades. So in the 50s, my older two sisters were born, and it was the start of the civil rights movement with Rosa Parks in
Okay.
55. In the 60s, the Civil Rights Act was signed, and Nelson Mandela was jailed.
Okay.
And Kayla and I were born in the 70s.
You can't have, look, you can't have everything.
Can't have everything. In the 70s, women's rights
Okay.
and Watergate.
Mm.
In the 80s, Sandra Day O'Connor was what do you say?
Became a Supreme Court.
Yes,
choice?
became yes. Sally Ride became the first woman astronaut, and then the Challenger exploded.
Wow, yeah.
In the 90s, Nelson Mandela was released and became the first black president of South Africa. We had the Columbine shootings, which really started a whole lot that this country is still dealing with, and then the LA riots were in the 90s.
Right.
Which was really the beginning of Black Lives Matter. But anyway, Hurricane Katrina was in the 2000s. And then, of course, we had our first black president.
Yes.
And then this last decade that they've seen, Nelson Mandela died. Black Lives Matter started. And 45 was elected president.
Okay.
So, I mean, they've seen a lot. They've been through a lot. And as a couple, I can only imagine. I still remember the day that Obama was elected president.
Yeah.
And I remember just the sheer shock. And I mean,
for
because
so many, right?
Yeah, and I remember my dad saying he never thought he would see the day. My mom said the same thing
in their lifetime.
In their lifetime, that there will be a black president.
But they got a chance to witness that.
They did,
and experience 2 full terms. No scandals, no blemishes.
Right.
With the first African American president.
Right.
Yes.
And then 45. Okay, but so you've known my parents now for 32 years. So what would you say are some of the lessons that you've learned from witnessing their marriage?
Each person has to operate in their own space with their own gifts and graces. Each person respects the other. And, you move into certain roles or areas of responsibility based upon, who you are, your strengths and whatnot. And now with time, there's a mellowing too.
There is.
There's a mellowing and a genuine appreciation for what has been experienced, what has been gained. And with your parents, just an incredible ability, really, of Ubuntu.
Yes.
Of realizing that what they have is not just for them, and they're so gracious in sharing. Yeah.
And your parents were married for how long before Dad died?
When he passed, they had been married, I think it was 54 years.
And one of the things that I can say that, and we were very blessed because both of us came from a 2-parent household, but one of the things that I definitely can say that I've witnessed with both moms is that loving kindness, that ability to jump in and see about their spouse as their health began to decline, and that selflessness that they really had to exhibit.
And I've said it many times before, more than anything else, love is about commitment. And you've seen with both sets the commitment that love has to endure the most challenging things, but to be there.
Yeah.
To operate out of a place of love, regardless of what the situations and circumstances may be.
Mm-hmm.
And that's an incredible um, uh, opportunity to witness. It really is, and to aspire to.
It really is. And you have cousins that have been married. A cousin that's been married for a good little bit too.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. More than 40 years, and I've got a sister that's been married almost 40 years. So yeah, just incredible. And but it lets you know that there are many opportunities where you can see examples where it's not for better or forget it.
Right.
It is for better or for worse till death do us part.
So, happy anniversary, Mom and Dad. And
happy anniversary.
Thank you for setting the example for us to follow.
Tremendous example.
Yeah.
Until tomorrow, if the Lord says the same.
Bye.